The next segment is Mean Gene interviewing Sensational Sherri, and this is for the Rick Martel and Shawn Michaels match. Yeah.
For some reason, that was the first one I was watching, and I kind of remember it roughly. Like, in some ways, Sherri played just as big a part as the wrestlers in that one.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, she was central to the story. So in the interview, she says that well, she's with Shawn Michaels, isn't she? But Rick Martel's been flirting with her in the build up to SummerSlam because this all starts off where Rick Martel's challenging Bret Hart for the Intercontinental title. He gets Bret Hart in the Boston Crab, which is Rick Martel's finishing maneuver. Bret Hart's in a compromising position where he looks like he could very well either pass out or tap out. But then Shawn Michaels comes to ringside, who's Bret Hart's nemesis, and he starts attacking Bret Hart from the outside, which causes Rick Martel to get disqualified.
Oh my god!
So Rick Martel is not very pleased with Shawn Michaels, and that's what starts this storyline. Like I say, in the weeks that follow, he starts flirting with Sherri. Now, one funny thing is that there's Rick Martel, but that's also Sherri's surname on Martel as well. So, but
Oh,
thankfully they're not related because otherwise that would be dodgy. But yeah, that they share the same surname is thankfully a coincidence. And in the interview, Sherri's saying that she's made both men promise not to slap each other in the face, not to hit each other in the face. That's that because she doesn't want their handsome good looks ruined.
oh yeah, that was one of the conditions that was put in the match. Yeah. Oh, can you imagine that? Roman Reigns versus Owens, and but no one must touch their faces.
So we go to the match now, and Vince McMahon says to Bobby Heenan, "Who's the most conceited?" And Bobby Heenan replies, "Well, it's not Howard Finkel."
Oh, Howard Finkel's he's still the best. He's still best announcer ever.
Yeah, we love to think, don't we?
Yeah, it's a shame he's not.
Hmm.
He'll always be remembered. Yeah.
So yeah, Rick Martel when he comes out to the ring, he's wearing one of Tatanka's feathers because again, this is part of the Rick Martel Tatanka storyline. Because I think Tatanka beats him at WrestleMania, and then after that, in a sort of TV show, Martel attacks Tatanka and steals one of his feathers. So that kind of keeps the storyline going.
Yeah, I like Rick Martel. I always remember him squeezing the perfume.
Hmm.
He was, and he still doesn't look that bad now for his age.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think they said he wasn't the best on the microphone naturally, but once he had the model character, he was so into that character that he actually it improved his promos and things like that. He had a character to play that he was comfortable with.
I don't think I remember him as a face. He was always a heel, wasn't he? Mainly.
Yeah, because he started off in Strike Force, didn't he, with Tito Santana?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
So
they were tag team champions. Yeah, at one point.
oh,
But yeah, what happens is they lose the tag team titles, and then at some point in the future, they have I think it may be in a WrestleMania, maybe WrestleMania 5. They have a match against the Brainbusters, which is Arn and Tully, and then Tito accidentally hits Martel. Just the move goes wrong. And then he goes to tag Martel, and then Martel just walks away, and that's when he turns heel.
and then that's when he's been heel ever since. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Now, what is interesting about this match is that Sensational Sherri has a very revealing outfit. Do you remember that?
Oh, she always did, but yeah, this was more revealing.
Yeah, her cheeks were fully on display, put it that way.
And she was playing them both for fools, wasn't she? Really?
Well, yeah, I think in the end storyline, she was enjoying them both fighting for her attention.
Because in the match, she pretended to collapse on the floor, didn't she?
Exactly. Yeah, we'll get to that.
So I'm going too fast.
No, that's all right. That's all right. Yeah, yeah, we'll cover that now. Actually, yeah. So things get heated during the match, and then Shawn and Rick do the one thing they promise not to do, and they slap each other in the face. And then Sherri starts screaming at them to stop, and then she pulls the ultimate card. She pretends to faint. So now they're more interested in seeing to Sherri than fighting each other. So then both men try and attend to her outside the ring, but then they both fight outside over who gets to tend to her. So then, as they're fighting, they both get counted out. So it's no one wins the match. And then Shawn carries her over his shoulder. Again, her cheeks fully on display. Martel attacks Shawn. Shawn drops Sherri. Then Martel carries her back. Then Shawn knocks them over, and the referee escorts Martel back, and then Shawn carries Sherri. But then Rick returns, playing to the crowd like a baby face, and then throws the water over Shawn, but drenches Sherri in the process. So then Shawn drops Sherri, chases after Rick, and then Sherri is left on the floor, drenched and humiliated.
Oh god,
And it's
that
a
was
short match, and if you forgive the fact we don't get a clear winner, it is very entertaining. I remember it. I remember myself enjoying
yeah.
it at the time, and people around me. I remember people in the crowd were saying how funny it was. So it served its purpose.
Yeah, they got it right there. Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.